What's going on out there, everyone? W.F.S. here, and today I want to talk to you about an article that came from Red Shirts Always Die. And it talks about Jonathan Frakes having to deal with the Discovery crew and how they feel the hatred and the backlash from people over their show, and Frank's confronting them or consolidating or just trying to make them feel so much better and telling them that TNG had the same type of problems that Discovery has. No. No, 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 no. We'll get into that in a minute. But first, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. I absolutely love all of you for all the support that I have received regarding the channel. And I hope as time goes on that I continue to earn and grow your trust. But if you have not subscribed to the channel and you're wondering how, there's a picture of the search for Spock on the side of the screen there. That is how you click on my channel to subscribe. But for now, let's get into this article here and we'll talk a little bit about this. Jonathan Frakes comforts Star Trek Discovery cast by letting them know Star Trek TNG was also hated. I'm sorry, there is a major difference here, but we'll talk about it. Many of us Trekkies remember that Star Trek The Next Generation was not welcomed with open arms when it first aired. Fans of Star Trek the original series didn't want a new series. They wanted Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, as the series only had gotten 3 seasons. The hatred was strong with The Next Generation, and as Jonathan Frakes told Sequina Martine Green, Captain Burnham of Star Trek Discovery, it took 3 seasons for The Next Generation to be embraced. Stop right there. Okay, let's talk about this right now. Jonathan, we need to clarify some things right here, Mr. Riker. 1, TNG was hated, especially that first season. I can remember the first time I watched it, the TNG crew was looking more like they were in their pajamas. My dad would argue that the bridge looked more like a living room rather than a bridge of a mighty starship. And for the first season, several of the shows seemed more like rip-offs than anything else. The Naked Now versus The Naked Time. A lot of rip-off in that episode right there. The characters weren't that strong. And at the time, people were just still hung up on the original series because the movies were still going strong in the theater. There are major differences between Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek Discovery, Mr. Frakes. And the simple fact is, you didn't try to rewrite history, try to make your crew out to show off and claim that it did things that the other crews have not done. Okay, so basically what this article is about here is about Martin Green sharing his experience with Jonathan Frakes, and he kind of shared his wisdom with the crew of Discovery, and that is what this was about. Frakes would go over to them and go, "Welcome. This is how it goes. They hated us too. They used to get letters like, 'We don't need you. Why are you trying to get in the way of our Kirk and Spock?'" He said it took TNG like 3 seasons for them to finally take hold of us. I remember how we were so comforted by that. I'm still grateful for him to this day because he was really kind of like a Papa Big Bear for us at the beginning. Okay, let's be very clear about this. As I said before, The Next Generation, what went on with them is so different compared to what's going on with Star Trek Discovery.
Understands its role in this process and engages willingly.
You guys, this is so fucking cool. So sorry.
No, Cadet. It is fucking cool.
Let's do it.
This is Star Trek Discovery's legacy right here. Things like this. Introducing this type of language into Star Trek, and then Picard would follow suit. It's almost like they're trying to tell us, "Hey, we dropped the F-bomb. We are so cool." No, you guys suck. Okay, Jonathan, one other thing that really bothers me is scenes like this. This drives me crazy right here. Discovery tries to make the claim that they were the first to go through the Great Galactic Barrier. Excuse me? This is ridiculous. Kirk and crew did it with the Kelvins. That is a true fact. That is history that this garbage show tries to rewrite. Not to mention the fact of how they tried to make Michael Burnham the adopted daughter of Sarek because he wanted to know what it was like to be with humans. Hello, he married a human. Not to mention the fact he married, Next Generation. He married two humans. Two. This is ridiculous. He had a half son, half human, half Vulcan son called Spock, which you guys in Discovery tried to make him out to be like some hick who was traveling the streets during his hippie years. You guys just wanted to make Michael Burnham and Discovery the great all. And if you doubt my view on this, if you think that I'm wrong on this, check this out. The average audience score for Star Trek Discovery is 37%. This thing is garbage. And I'm sorry, Jonathan, but you are so wrong to compare TNG to Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery was made to try to promote a specific agenda. It wasn't made to promote Star Trek. It was made to promote the trash that's out there today. And I'm sorry, Star Trek, a lot of Star Trek today is garbage. The first two seasons of Picard were terrible. Star Trek Discovery is just flat out terrible. So, Jonathan, I'm sorry, but for you to try to tell everybody here that TNG and Discovery are alike and the hatred for Discovery is so much bigger. TNG respect was earned. They earned the respect. But what Discovery did was try to take that respect and tear it down, making it into something completely different from what Star Trek is and was, and tell everybody, hey, we're still doing Star Trek. Really? No, you weren't. No, you weren't. And I'm sorry. If that is my opinion, and all of you out there, you're entitled to yours. And I hope that you understand I care deeply about Star Trek. I really do. But what I saw in Discovery was nothing. It was nothing good. They brought nothing good to the table. Well, I'm going to end my video right here, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments on this. So please, as always, drop your comments below. Let me know. And until the next time, God bless, my friends.